trying to get in. And I know some of y'all like, Brother Tim, this is the third day you have not had on your colored shirt. Well, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So I want to first off, before we do that, let's make sure we got our family in the house, right? Because we're streaming live on YouTube, Gye-Nyame Journey. Hot Tim Gye-Nyame on YouTube. We're streaming as Hot Tim on Periscope. We're streaming as Hot Tim Gye-Nyame on Facebook. And we also are streaming live on Facebook's Gye-Nyame Journey. Now, I'm going to cut down on some of those because I'm trying to get all the focus on Gye-Nyame Journey. Right now, my keyframe interval is at 4, which, according to what I have been learning, is dismal. So I'm apologizing in advance to all of my family out there. I don't know how to change the keyframe interval once it starts. So we're going to turn on the chats, see, and give y'all some time to come in. I done clicked the wrong one. But, alright, cool. So let's go back. What? Hold on. Time's out. Time out. I just seen something. Here. Alright. Wowza. That sounds familiar. Wowza Media Systems. Alright, I will look that up when we get back. But let's go and get back to this. I want to launch the chat app. I just seen where I can apply to put the podcast on the Wowza. I'm like, oh, it just so happened I look at that thing and we got something talking about Wowza. Cleve, can you give me this gallon before you lay down over there, act like you're doing some work? All right. I got this little bit left from Sister Cynthia. Thank you, Sister Cynthia. I'm going to let it sit for a little while, but I just want to see something. Let's see. I was trying to catch y'all with the morning gas. Let's see if this one got it. Yeah. All right. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. So the family, first off, let me welcome you to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Yeah. This is a Heart of a Simmer production, and this is the Daily Toast. Oh, it's Deezer, not Mauser. Welcome to the Daily Toast. Of course, you know this is a Heart of Simmer production, and of course, you know we strive to do nothing but blow up those old paradigms. Grab your water.
Mr. Kitty.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water. But first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should we say, breathe, then drink. Now tap your cap and pour some water. Then lift your glass and pour the water. Lift your glass and pour some water. Just lift your glass. Drink. Of course you got to live, pour, then drink. Move your body and drink some water. Oh. Move your body and drink some water. Oh. Move your body and drink some water. Now raise your glass and toast your answer. Now raise your glass and toast your answer. Now raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Should we say raise, toast, then drink? Take your breath and drink some water. Lift your glass and sip some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, breathe, live, move, drink? No, it should be toast. Try it again. Take your breath. Lift your glass. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Alright, we're gonna finish this water up. Drink your water. Drink your water. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Shouts out to my auntie. Thank you, thank you. I'll be up till Friday for I'll be up till Nia for the funeral. All right, family, listen. It's time for us to do the Daily Toast. And I am kind of shocked because I ain't got nothing to say. I always got something to say. So what I'm going to talk about right now is not about not having anything to say. I have nothing to say. And I know Bill Cosby went to jail. And I know that Kavanaugh went to office. And I know a lot of this other fuckery that's going on around here, right? But I don't have nothing to say. But maybe that's because I have my show tonight. At 9 p.m., we will be chopping it up. We have some tribal quotes that we got to catch up on. Let me read what we're going to be talking about tonight. Since we didn't do day 44 last week, the past is prophetic. And that it asserts loudly that wars are poor chisels for carving out peaceful tomorrows. That's from Martin Luther King Jr. A man will fight harder for his interests than for his rights. That's Napoleon Bonaparte. And if the youth walk faster than the elderly, but the elderly knows the road. So, we're going to sit down, we're going to talk about that. And Kwame, I'm about to give you a call. Me and you need to talk real quick because I got clarity on some stuff on Coochie Chagalia that I need to talk with you about. So we will be having tribal quotes tonight at 9 p.m. If all things work as they need to work, I have to make arrangements for me and my children and my wife to get to Akron, so I will be in Akron for my Uncle Bookie's going home ceremony, funeral, or what have you, right? So and the one thing that's really been on my mind, because I will, my little brother on the show, when we was talking about voting the other day, he said voting is for suckers. And I had to think about that because, and I know some people get mad, Our ancestors died, so no, our ancestors didn't die so we could vote. They died so that we could have the right to vote. And what you do with that right is your right. So please, let's not have ancestors die because they want to die for the right for you to have the right to do with the right what you want to do with it, right? So, but he said voting was for suckers. And I had to really think about that because at one point in time in my life, at about his age, I was in the same position. I'm looking at it. Because if you ever take some time, you look at history and you see since 1965 as a mass group, we've been able to go to the polls and vote, and you don't see too much changing. And then, like I said, because it's like he's about 30-something years old. So he's looking at the past, a little bit of history that he has the privilege to study, and he's looking at the future prospects. And it's almost like you get caught in that phase it's almost like a cynical place. And I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand, right? Because when you see something that has not been working for a long time, and you see people just clinging to it because they need to cling to it, because they need for it to be real, rather than really looking at the reality. And the thing I had to look for was, what could I tell my brother to move him along from that, if that is a phase he's going to move from? And I'm going to say that it's not voting is for suckers. I think the way we vote is for suckers. We tell people in our communities, black folks, let me just keep it straight. Black folks, you just need to vote. But like I said, not enough of us are studying the issues. Not enough of us are creating tickets or letting people know how something is supposed to work, or getting promises from politicians. And right now we are at a super intelligent point where we could have think tanks that could do that for us. Think tanks that we can trust because we pay for them and we make sure that they're provided for in some form of fashion, or a volunteer group that goes around and get a ticket and don't just come with we're going to vote Democrat, we're going to vote Republican. That's not a think tank. You know what I'm saying? That's a zombie tank. We need to be able to look at these different, because all it takes is one election for motherfuckers in the city. Because like I said, Columbus could be the test ground. I know November 9th is right around the corner, but or November 6th or whenever it is, right? But there need to be a ticket put together. Not just looking at each politician separating and saying, you make the best choice. No, we need to have a ticket. Who is going to benefit black folks the most in Columbus, in Akron, in Cleveland, in Dayton, in Chicago, in Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? We really need to start looking at this thing, because the way we vote like suckers. You know what I'm saying? It's like we herd the cats all together. Cause herding cats is hard. We herd the cats all together. We get them where we want, right? Get them close to where we want, and then once we get them to the room we want them to be in, we just let them all go. Do what you want, cats. Do what you want. No, you don't do that. When you're organizing people, you give people direction. Now, whether they go with that direction or not, that's on them. But as a collective, as a community, as a tribe, I guess, damn, so that means that falls on me. I need some help, right? Because we need to look at some of these policies. We need to look at some of these issues and know which ones really affect us. And I ain't just talking about no emotional shit. I'm talking about how does this really affect us? Will it keep some of us from going to jail? Will it promote job development in our community? Will it guarantee jobs in our community? Will it guarantee a certain percentage of construction going to black firms, or will it reduce the prices of houses in our community? I mean, it's so many things that we need to start learning how to look at and starting to demand. You know what I'm saying? Because really with these politicians, dog, people say you have to buy them, right? And you could demand shit too. You could put the squeeze on motherfuckers, like, yo, we're gonna get you up out of there. Because there is a such thing. I think they call it a referendum, right? I mean, I don't know if it's legal to use that shit, but if you vote somebody in, you can raise enough signatures, you know what I'm saying, to pull a motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? And we really got to start using the power that we have. Like for example, in the city you in Columbus, let's just throw it out there right now, or Akron right now, because my auntie in here. How many black people? What percentage of the population are black people? And do you know where to find that information? In Columbus, how many black people are there? And if not, if you don't remember the number right off the top of your head, do you know where to find that information? Right? And then out of that number, how many of them think like you? Not just necessarily just believe like you, not just go to the same, but just, it's like, I want to vote, but I don't want to throw my vote away. See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. For a lot of people my age, I can't speak for a lot. For me, let me just go to me, right? For me, for the last few years, I have felt that I would be throwing my vote away if I voted. So when I would go, I would focus on the issues. I mean, I was looking at Obama in his second time running. Like, damn, this is a wasted vote. The first time I did it for peace. You know what I'm saying? Because I got all these black women around me, and if I told any one of them, because Brother Hatim try to be truthful, and a lot of times if you know Brother Hatim, you know when I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? Because they be like, did you vote for Obama? And by my response, I would have to admit that I didn't, and all these black women would have just tore me to shreds. So I did it for peace, and I did it for self-preservation in the first round. The second round, I'm going to be honest, I'm like, fuck that. He ain't do shit for us. I'm hearing people talk about, he's not the black president, he's the president of the United States. I got so sick of hearing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like running a school and not making sure that your kids, making sure your kids don't get the best out of it. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's like running a business and not making sure that somebody in your family is getting the hook up. And I ain't talking about just coming in and being a walk. You know what I'm saying? You able to take care of people. You know what I'm saying? That's what, see, black folks, I don't understand. And I'm sorry. I'm going off. I'm going off. We got to learn, man. And it's coming. It's coming because this generation is coming up, family. I got a lot of hope. I got a lot of investment in them. But we just got to learn, man. It's like we get into positions and we become universalists and shit. And when nobody else is, we got to stop this universal shit. Please, we got to stop this universal shit. You need to correct people when they put you in a group called people of color. You're not universal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't, you know, once you get so good at something and you want to stay on top, you start changing the rules and shit. And we have allowed people to change the rules and the structure of the game without even, you know what I'm saying, without even protesting. You know, and it's like, yo, we need to start setting the goddamn rules. You know what I'm saying? We need to start letting people know we will put you in office, we will take you out of office. We will help your business prosper, or we will crush this shit. Because we have that ability. You know, well, in most cases, because some of these companies is just ridiculously big. Like that fucking Amazon, man, listen, that fucking Amazon, man, Google, I'm using this shit right now. I'm surprised they ain't cut me off. They should remind DT of not being the white press. What they should remind DT of not, oh yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump got in there. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump letting your ass know he's the white president. I'm the white president. We get a black man in there, and I'm the president of everybody. Donald Trump is the president of white folks. He letting your ass know, right? We have to learn to vote for our benefit. That's my auntie. I agree we can't get caught up in our emotions in voting, right? We be, so I cut myself off from that a long time ago. So I would try to walk in and get some issues. But some of those issues, you be looking at that shit and be like, fuck this got to do? What this got to do with me? This is why we need people to look at some of this stuff in advance. Be like, look, let brothers, and you know, man, some of y'all instead of posting up some of those nasty pictures, you know what I'm saying? Why don't y'all post up what some of these issues mean to, what it means? You know what I'm saying? Give us some gifts on what some of this shit mean for us. Issue 3. Just be reading that shit and they be talking French. You know what I'm saying? Latin and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of you clever motherfuckers, get some gifts. You know what I'm saying? GIFs, and gift that shit out for people to see. You know what I'm saying? Do a meme so motherfuckers could pick up on, oh, money falling from the sky, issue 3. Was that a black man with standing up under money falling from the sky? Oh, I'm voting for issue 3. All right. I'm just saying. Let me go and finish this water. So that is my speech on not having anything to talk about. Shut up. Eat your cereal and do your... You better be... What you working on right now? Why the screen change? Yeah, I seen the color of the screen change. So what you learning in Python? Come tell the people what you learning in Python. Akron, Ohio. Uh-oh. Akron, Ohio. Vote no on issue 1. Ooh. Is issue 1 the same in Akron as it is in Columbus? Tell the people what you're working on.
Right now, it's showing me how to change stuff on my site. And
you got a site?
Not yet. I can probably try to make one. Get a few things right.
That's homework. Cleveland about to launch a site, y'all. So I will be letting y'all know the URL. What does URL stand for?
I actually never knew that.
Okay. Me neither. That's another homework assignment. See, that's why you had children, so that they could learn shit that you didn't know, so that they could tell you what it means. And also to learn to teach you how to work with remote controls and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Children are a wonderful thing. All right, drink your water. Look what I found. Yep. Remember I poured that stuff in there and I had this all the way behind those two. Isn't issue one yeah, because I got people up here talking about why they should vote yes on issue one. So we might need to have some call-ins to talk about issue one, because that might be the only goddamn thing I go and vote for. Unless somebody, I'm understanding somebody talking about somebody running from the Green Party. So I might check them out. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, I think issue one is a statewide piece. Ooh, hold on. Okay. This one been sitting. This is from the latest batch, but this one was very young, and I put it in a bottle, so we're going to see how it did. Let's see. Not a lot of activity. Let's see. I don't smell that much honey. I'm trying to. I don't think I didn't strain this one. Also, I think the next batch I'm gonna put some. I want to put some strength one in here. I just need to remind myself. I need to try a bottle of the strength, because I you know what? I did strain these bottles last time. I had 3 bottles of red just blow up. Oh, yeah.
Were you in the front seat? What was happening?
No. They didn't blow up on me. They don't, I don't know. I guess I got enough experience. I had 1 bottle blow up on me and I stopped making those. That was that grape. I was driving one night. I went to go deliver some grape. I dropped it off. I'm riding down the street, and it sounded like somebody started shooting in my back seat. And then I looked up, looked around, and saw a purple cap on the ground. I said, I'm not making no more of that. Right? All right, but first giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator by whatever name you choose to call. And we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to our list of our beautiful and our glorious ancestors. And we lift them up as they lift us up. As they lifted us up and as they continue to stay active in our lives. We call on Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert Tex, Anna Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilly, George and William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, Nomo X, Sapet Rob Malika Fakur, Dr. Man Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajini, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxor brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Tridd, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Carolyn D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Argo Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow Slimmy Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankston, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worrell, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Delma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Fina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy M. Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. We're going to start from the back. Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Michael and Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Mazarine Cofer, George Swan, Emania Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Reginald Oliver, Linda Howard, Jacqueline Brawless, Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Edward R. Benson Sr. Make sure I get every page. Take care of our ancestors. Oh, that's where that's, okay. Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Ryan McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Nevaeh Mitchell, Rosella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Don Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Battles, Jeanette Sanders, J.C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Baba Naeem, Tim Butler, Raymie Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staton, Joe Jamel Alls, Ms. Vanilla, Elvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earleton Houston, Albert Moore, Leroy Q. Eve Sr., Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Vivian Stevenson, Millie Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Manny and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lester and Rachel Saunders, John Bowie, Alex Nixon, Eulin Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nina Baby Hatch, Hatsina, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Aunt Becca, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, Georgia Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, June Evans. Okay. Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Emma McClendon, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Thomas Bradley, Uncle Buki, that's Thomas Bradley, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Jennifer Sensabaugh, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Carlton Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Nelan Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Florence Evans, Pamela Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Phyllis Lee, DeFritis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry. Shouts out to all of our ancestors. We raise our glass, we say Ashe. For the sake of time, we toast this moment. We lift this moment up. We lift this moment high because this is the best and the only moment of our life, right? Because we consistently are in the moment. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. You know, and if you're not in the moment, either you are high or you're having a spiritual experience. To each his own. We salute our future, our children, our children's children, on to infinity. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? We go to all of our relations. We lift up our glass and we salute all of our relations, friend and foe, right? Let's just lift it up, that uniting spirit. From there, family, where do we go? We go and we lift up our glass for that selfish toast. I know a lot of y'all that be watching my show be dedicating your time and your services and your money to other people. Now, it's time for you. We call the ancestors. We call the creator. We saluted all of our connections. And all that energy is present right now. And I ask you, toast something for yourself. What is it that you need? Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? We go to the most powerful being in the room. I raise my glass to each and every last one of you that join us. All my daily toasters. You know what I'm saying? All my daily toasters. Man, well, I'm just shut up. Because I seen somebody in the Daily Toaster show yesterday, and it was beautiful. I mean, it was just like, I've seen it before. But it's like, they're not on the Daily Toast. They don't come on the Daily Toast. They're not a Daily Toaster. But they was just, they rocked the shirt. You know, and people was like, oh, I want to get one of those. Not the fact that people wanted to buy it, but the fact that the brand that we built, the brand, you know what I'm saying, where we taking time to salute, you know, those people that came before us. Man, it's just incredible to me. So with that, I say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. Don't forget to practice your emotional intelligence, right? Using feelings as messengers. All right? So, I'm out, family. Not bad. Not bad. I was real heavy-handed on that sugar. She said, beware of the wolves in sheep clothing. Vote no on issue 1. Ooh, send me some information on that. Please, send me some information on that. Yeah. Well, love, fam. Ink, Eru, Didu, Iru. I am a Heru whose words command action. All right. Wow. I am. That I am statement, man. We need to I might have to do a whole show on that. I am. Man, I got a poem for that shit. Hold on. Poetry book, where are you? Let's see. I am. That's one of my. I was thinking about doing a writing exercise. I am. I am the nightmare of the world and the liberation of the next. For I have figured out the magic of the words. They are the manifest thoughts of man and woman transmitted through the audible and sometimes visual means. These words form the weapon of the true poet, the magician in the old and golden times, whose role was to help elevate man's mind, his life by helping him. Oh, my fault. Let me start over. God damn. I hate it. Here we go. Navita is voting yes on issue 1. Uh-oh. Let me hurry up. I am the nightmare of the world and the liberation of the next, for I have figured out the magic of the words. They are the manifest thoughts of man and woman, transmitted through audible and sometimes visual means. These words form the weapon of the true poet, the magician in olden golden times, whose role was to help man elevate his life by helping him manifest the objects of his thinking. I am the sorcerer apprentice, using my black magic to charge the fabric of what is into what I want it to be. I am the very words that the poet used to weave their web, for I know that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and since the Word flows from my mind, that makes me divine. The initial cause of all, the pride before the fall, the calm before the storm, the very substance in all forms, that irresistible force that keeps life on course. I am. So what are we? We is nothing but a collection of eyes. We is nothing but a collection of eyes. We are nothing but a collection of eyes caught in the past tense. And since we are caught in the past, nothing makes sense. We have silenced the beat of the I am and have accepted the course of we was rather than we are. And since we deny the facts that we are stars, the I am in the me stars. The I am in the me stars. The I am in the me stars. All right, family, this is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Come on, anime, pull it from down here, girl, from down here. Welcome to the Congregation Mighty. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. You have just finished the Daily Toast with us. And of course, you know this is a Heart of Simba production. Man, where we strive to do nothing but blow up those old paradigms. Thank you. You gonna actually wrote that one too? Go ahead. I know it's coming. I know you doubting me. Go ahead. I know. Go ahead. Go ahead, Navita. Go next. Who wrote that? Go ahead. All right. I'll let you stop. I'll let you finish laughing. I'm going to drink my drink. Then you can ask your question. Dang, that beep hauling didn't break down. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, family. I am out. Going to get ready. Got to get my kids. Well, I don't know. It's Spirit Week. And I got to figure out how we're going to work this thing out as far as the training. I think we're going to have warrior training. Well, I know for a fact we got the boot camp in the morning. Yeah. It's incredible when stuff start taking life of its own and you get people that be like, mine, right? See, because at one point in time, Gye-Nyame Journey was just, right, mine type thing. I get people, but when you get people invested, it becomes theirs. Oh my God. It is a beautiful thing, right? It's a beautiful thing. Because, y'all, we sit down, we set goals, and be like, boom. Then it's like you start seeing stuff manifest, and it's incredible. All right, family. So, I am out. Y'all have a great morning.